Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number 753 and today's topic is the medicinal importance of opium. And opium in India is commonly known as afim. It's a very important latex. It's obtained from the plant source, and that particular plant is known as poppy plant. And this opium plant is cultivated in Europe, Mediterranean countries like Turkey, and in Asia and Africa. And in Asia, mainly it is cultivated in India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, China, and in Europe it is Netherlands, Yugoslavia, Norway, Russia. And this opium actually is very important latex. And how they are obtaining? First they are cultivating the plant, and plant is just 1 feet in height, and it is cultivated in very good soil, which that soil must be rich in nutrient. And if soil is not very rich in nutrient, then we will not get good crop. And this plant actually when it grows, and we get capsule type of flowering, and that petal is dried once it is mature, the capsule, and that once the upper portion of the flower is getting dried means now the capsule is mature. And each plant used to have 8 to 10 capsules. Then incision is made longitudinal to these capsules in the morning, and white latex will come out, and in contact of air it will be changed into dark brown color or pink in color, and in the evening it is collected. So, and the harvesting in India starts in the month of February to March, and within 3 weeks time the harvesting is done once the capsule is ready. The most important country to produce the opium is Turkey. The reason is that in other countries it is banned in some countries, and in India it is cultivated under license. For example, in India it is cultivated in the state Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, and Rajasthan, and that is under license. Everybody is not allowed to cultivate the opium, and also it is under government control. If somebody is having good quantity of opium with him, means 1 kg, 2 kg, and if he is caught, there is heavy punishment in India. And in some countries it is banned. For example, in Egypt, before they were exporting, but now it is banned. So main export of opium, that is afim, comes from Indian subcontinent and Turkey. And in Turkey they call it government opium, means government on commercial basis in illegally or in illicit way the opium is available in market, that is in Turkey. And the best opium is obtained from Yugoslavia. The best on the basis that it is rich in one very important alkaloid, and that alkaloid is called morphine, and that morphine is having lot of medicinal and pharmaceutical importance. And this opium, once it is collected and it is dried under solar and shade with that temperature 90 degrees centigrade, and then it is rolled and it is made in pieces, 1 kg or 2 kg pieces, and then it is packed. And you know the capsule, once it is ripe and after in season when most of the latex are extracted out, and that is after that, once it is completely dried, maybe within 1 week or 2 weeks time, then they will break it. So the broken fruit capsule is also used in India, because they will boil in water and water extract. Some of them, they are addicted. They drink the water extract of that fruit capsule, and also that water extract is used to treat cough, common cold, bronchitis, because it contains in traces the morphine and some other alkaloid. And you know, this poppy plant contains 30 alkaloids, and out of that 30 alkaloids, the most important one, which is morphine, and the percentage of morphine varies in poppy plant from 10 to 20%. And once that capsule fruit is broken, the seeds are there, and that seed is widely used for in our sweet dish preparation, and also the oil is extracted, and that oil is used for different purposes. So the poppy plant, that latex is used in the form of opium, afim. Then the fruit is used to extract the water to treat the common cold, and then the seeds are also used. And that seed is, even the seed is banned in Middle Eastern countries, even in Dubai. If you are caught with seed, you are punished. Because some of the people were caught only with the seed, because they were thinking that we are taking seed, and that seed they are using in preparation of different type of sweet dishes. But it is not allowed, because it is having some percentage of morphine also in it. So it gives positive taste. And in India, actually, once the opium is produced, it is given to government, and government is distributing the opium. Everything is under government control and under license, and they are called different type of opium. For example, that export opium. Export opium means that opium they are going to export, and from India 90% opium is exported outside India. And today, to rough estimate, it was given in 2012 that India is producing roughly 16,000 ton opium afim, and out of that production 90% is exported. The second use is excise. Excise means those people who are addicted. So under license they can purchase in very small quantity for their personal use. So that one is also under license. If you are not having a license with you and you are holding afim, I mean this opium, it is a crime. It's strictly banned. Then third one is that is alkaloid opium. Alkaloid opium means that portion of opium is kept to isolate and purify the morphine and codeine from opium. And then third one is medicinal opium, means pharmaceutical industries, they are requesting to add some opium in their formulation and preparation of drugs, Ayurveda people, Unani people. So in that case is all under government control and under different heading. And this opium is having very long history of its use. I mean, it is a very, very important plant product, and morphine is extracted from it. And that morphine, once the 2-hydroxy group is escalated, that product is called heroin. And some other derivatives are also used for sedative purpose, for hallucination purpose, and especially morphine is used, is a very powerful analgesic and painkiller naturally. So here, first I am discussing about the opium and its production, its extraction, and how it is exported and commercially it is available. And then it is part 1. And in second part I will be discussing the individual alkaloid from opium like morphine, like heroin and all those. And here the medicinal importance of opium, which is in Indian language called Afim, part 1, and its botanical name is Papaver somniferum Linn. It belongs to family Papaver. Number 1, opium Afim is the dried latex obtained by in season from capsular fruit. It's a fruit is just like capsule, and that capsule one they cut in season like this, and then the white latex will come out, and that is actually opium. And the plant of this family contain latex found in the dry region of India, in Turkey, Pakistan, Iran, China, Russia. Number 2, opium is obtained from poppy plant. That plant is, I have already told you, is called poppy plant, from which the opium is extracted out in the form of latex by incision. And the poppy plant is named herb, is annual herb, and about 1 meter in height, and bears about 8 to 10 capsules in each plant. Number 3, that is called Turkish opium. Now we have Turkish opium, we have Indian opium, we have that is Yugoslavian opium, and that Iranian opium is known as Persian opium. So they are calling like that in market. They are selling by these names. I want Turkish opium, I want Persian opium. Persian opium means it is from Iran. Turkish opium means from Mediterranean Turkey. I want Yugoslavian opium, that is from Yugoslavia, means Europe, like that. So number 3 is, that is what is Turkish opium. How we are getting Turkish opium? In the Turkey, seeds are sown twice a year, in April and September, and in rich porous soil having good sunlight. Once capsule fruit is matured, incision is made on fruit and latex exudes, which solidifies to brown in mass. Next morning, the brownish mass is scraped and put in cup made of poppy leaf. So they were putting in a small the cup made by poppy leaf. But after 1936, they improved the management and its packing, and then they allowed to make at least 2 kg piece of opium. Only then you can do the marketing. It's not like in a small cup, sometimes it is 100 grams, sometimes 300 grams, like that. No, it's all from 1936 they started like that. That since 1936 all dried latex are brought to central place and made into regular cakes. And packing, all those things became very modern from 1936. They are making it cake, a regular cake, and with fixed we can say weight cakes, and each weighing 2 kg and covered with poppy powdered leaves. The opium is known as Turkish government monopoly. Why it is called Turkish government monopoly? Because in Turkey opium is openly available at commercial level. Monopoly on opium, and is available in commercial quantity in Turkey. So in international market, this opium is available in different brand names like Indian opium, Persian opium, and Turkish opium, Yugoslavian opium. But nowadays, this Persian opium is not available because they have some strict international agreement, and I think some compensation is given because once Iran was one of the biggest exporter of opium, but now they have stopped 100% cultivation there, and it is prohibited, it is illegal in Iran. So number 4, that is called Indian opium. The opium poppy is cultivated in the state of Uttar Pradesh, that is UP, Madhya Pradesh, that is MP, and in Rajasthan. And that opium processed in Ghaziabad, that is near Delhi in UP. There is a big factory in Ghaziabad and also in Madhya Pradesh where it is finally processed and different type of medicinal components are purified. The opium poppy is very delicate plant and requires extreme care in cultivation. It requires good soil. In India, the collection of opium starts from March, from the month of March and April. The opium is deposited to government of India. According to latest report, India is producing around 1,600 tons of opium and of opium at 90 degrees centigrade. The opium of 90 degrees centigrade means once opium is latex is collected, then it is dried under shade, under solar light, and that the any opium which is dried at 90 degrees centigrade temperature, they call it the opium of 90 degrees centigrade means the drying is done at 90 degrees centigrade temperature means it is very good and it is containing the water crystallization in very small quantity and which is about 80% of world production. So that 1,600 tons, it may be nowadays might be even 2,000 tons, and whatever it is the 80% of global production that is in India. And number 5, Yugoslavian opium. Actually, Yugoslavian opium and Turkish opium, they are same, and their processing, cultivation, production, everything is same. The only two countries they differ. But the Yugoslavian opium is considered of very good quality, the highest quality. The reason is that the percentage of morphine, actually the quality of opium is determined by the percentage of morphine, a very special type of alkaloid, phenanthrene nucleus with phenolic group as well as hydroxy group is there, that is called morphine, is very powerful, analgesic and painkiller. If suppose somebody is having multi-injury and it is not possible to control by Panadol, paracetamol, aspirin, anything, then the morphine injection is given to reduce drastically the pain. So the morphine is the most important. So Yugoslavian opium contains around 17% morphine. It is the highest because the morphine content starts from 10 to 17%. And there is variety of opium poppy plants, and this variety of plants, it depends upon the type of flower they give. Pinkish flower, light pinkish, light yellowish, white color. So those different variety of plant, they all belong to that same family, but species are different, and that difference is only on the basis of the color of the that is capsule flower. So the Yugoslavian opium, it is collected in the same way like Turkish opium. Nowadays all the opium is sent to the government and then it is processed in the factory that is in Belgrade. And Yugoslavian opium contains up to 17% morphine. Because of high percentage of morphine, it is good quality opium. Number 6, Persian opium. Formerly, Persian opium was exported in large quantity, but now no opium is produced in Iran, and legally it is prohibited because they have some international agreement. And I think, if I am correct, there is some money, they are paid some money, huge money, not to do the cultivation. There are some countries where they are paying money not to cultivate the opium, so that the people are not addicted. So Iran is one of them. Then number 7, that is Indian opium is deposited. So once whatever opium is produced in India, it is deposited to government store, and there they are classifying it. So number 1 is called, that is called medicinal opium. Medicinal opium means this opium is supplied by government under license. In India also it is prohibited, it is illegal. It is illicit to have even in grams the opium unless you are holding the license to get it. You will be put behind the bar. So that medicinal opium is supplied to pharmaceutical industries to use in different formulation in Indian system of medicine, that is called Ayurveda or Unani or allopathic. Then B is export opium. That opium, I have already told you that 90% opium is exported outside. So that brand is, that is called opium 90 degrees centigrade. Opium 90 degrees centigrade means it has been dehydrated at 90 degrees centigrade so that the water of crystallization and retaining of the water in opium is very, very less, and it is highly concentrated form. And C is excise opium. Excise opium is that opium which people are buying. They have license because they are addicted and they cannot live without opium. They have to take some pinch of opium every day to maintain their mood, their hallucination, all these things. So they are given license to buy every day, maybe 20 gram or maybe 50 gram or maybe 10 gram, like that. So only with that license they will go and collect from the government window, and that's why it is called excise opium in India. And D is manufacture of alkaloid opium. And this alkaloid in Ghaziabad and Madhya Pradesh factories of opium, they are isolating and purifying the alkaloid, and mainly that alkaloid is called morphine, and from morphine some other derivatives are synthesized like heroin and some other. So this is what about your opium part 1, and in part 2 I am going to discuss is very, very important individual chemical constituents. So opium is a very interesting topic, and I mean it has a very long history. And to get the opium, I mean sometimes people, they were fighting, even the wars are also reported, because opium was a very big business, lucrative business, and there was great demand of opium. And if you remember, maybe in Africa people may not be knowing, once the whole China was degenerated because 90% of Chinese were addicted to opium, and people used to call Chinese the country of opium, addicted people. It was so much used there, and there was great demand in China, Iran, India, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and still today millions are addicted. And there are two types of addiction of opium. First, small pinch they are taking and sleeping well. Second, who cannot afford, who are not having license in India, they will buy the cracked and broken, that is capsule fruit, after incision, after removing. Of course, in traces, some alkaloids are remaining in that dried capsule broken. So they will boil in water. So the water extract they will drink and they will sleep well. And third one is that is seeds. Seeds are used in India very common, in delicious, especially in our sweet dishes. So still opium is having a lot of importance in Indian subcontinent, in Europe, in Turkey, Yugoslavia, Europe, everywhere. So with this I will stop. Thank you very much for watching the lecture.